The automakers and manufacturers are getting together in a new online meeting platform called AutoHarvest. The aim is to bring car makers, engineers and others involved in intellectual property in the industry together. So far, about 250 organizations have signed up, and it promises to bring new life into the traditional car makers' hub of Detroit. The president and chief executive of the site, Jayson Pankin, told IPBC GLobal's Jack Ellis here in Amsterdam at what stage of development the site is.
Well, very clearly we see that we really think we have developed the best mousetrap. We created AutoHarvest as a nonprofit foundation, a 501c3. We're a soup kitchen. Now the reason why we did that was when you look at our board, we modeled it on that book about Abraham Lincoln's cabinet, A Team of Rivals. So on our founding board, you'll find car makers, Ford, GM, and Chrysler, and different large suppliers, Delphi, Visteon, 3M, United Technologies, Johnson Controls, and the universities, University of Michigan, Ohio State, have a very famous rivalry, and MIT, along with the Department of Energy. And these groups provided for us the framework of what really was in the innovation marketplace as stakeholders. And we identified 12 different groups that really play in innovation today, from foundations and economic development groups to the obvious OEMs and suppliers, the universities, the national labs. We have 250 members. Press releases have been issued by the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, and the United States Patent Office that they're our partner. We have that type of high-level buy-in. We closed a very substantial transaction with the Ford Motor Company and United Technologies to bring forward one of the most important safety features in vehicles, the inflatable seatbelt for the rear passengers. We've done transactions. We have many members in our smaller community, because it still is small, have found each other, and a number of them have created commercial relationships. So we know what we are doing is what people want. The timing is right. The electronic system is virtually complete. So we are very far along now. We are starting to hit stride, and we're looking now to really ramp up and really obtain that critical mass, because when you cast a wide net, you need a lot of opportunities for people to see, to find just the right few that they want to down select to through what we call our speed dating system.
What is the importance of patents and other IP rights to facilitating this kind of platform where companies and other types of organisation are sharing technology and technology is being diffused across multiple ecosystems? What role do IP rights play in that?
Well, first of all, in our system, the IP rights, I think, provide a currency and a safe stature for participants to have in a globally competitive environment where you really need to have your own situation secure and protected. The legal system around the world for intellectual property gives everybody that basis. So when you enter any marketplace, any conversation really with a potential partner who could turn out to be a rival, you want to have a secure standing. Now often you'll be in a situation where the value has never been reduced to patents, and it's a form of trade secrets and know-how. Or you might start a relationship where you want to co-develop and there is no intellectual property at the beginning, but you found two like-minded synergistic groups that had never worked together before that wanted to tackle a common challenge together, and we provide the basis for that to come together. It might result in intellectual property. So these types of innovations come about through different mechanisms, but I think the beauty of it is bringing people from around the world together in a way they really can't do, because not everybody can come to Amsterdam and be sitting in the Okura Hotel and meeting the 635 people that are here.
Related to my last question, how do you get companies to buy into this concept, Jayson? How do you convince them that there's some benefit to being a member of AutoHarvest? Because clearly it may involve them publishing some details of intellectual property for others to see that it could cause problems for them, or they might not be entirely confident in doing that.
Well, there's several ground rules. So first of all, we're part of the FBI's InfraGard program for cybersecurity. And what that really means is we know that our system is hackable. And so through our speed dating system, we tell folks that from this wide net where you're going to down select to a few, we sort of take you to the third date. And when things look good, you should go offline, out of our system, and follow the established protocols of your company that the attorneys have spent decades perfecting to exchange confidential information. You do not need to put any confidential information on our system because you're going to really draw people together without that. That's not necessary. That's the first thing. But to your point, many times when you would state that you have a need, you are in a sense potentially tipping your hand to a competitor that you're looking for something. But truth be told, in our system today, there are needs from the Department of Homeland Security. You could express yourself in our system in 5 words to describe an opportunity, or 10 gigabytes with videos and movies like Ford has done with the inflatable seatbelt. You have to be careful with that, and not everything is suitable for our system. Things that are too sensitive, too far out there, you wouldn't want to disclose, but then you would use our system yourself, knowing that, to find others privately that would fit your plan, and then you would reach them. So you just sort of work it a little differently, and we explain that to the most conservative companies and organizations in the world, and 250 have joined. They see that we're not requiring them to do anything different than the way they have already educated and trained their IP and product development managers in the same behaviors that they exhibit right here today at this Congress. Nobody's opening up their briefcase showing their trade secrets here, but a lot of business cards are being exchanged.
AutoHarvest is focused on the automotive industry currently and adjacent industries, as you explained at the beginning of our conversation, Jayson. Is there any reason why this kind of platform couldn't work in certain other industry sectors?
No, I think it's ubiquitous. In fact, at the very beginning, because we know what happens with domain names, we already own the names BioHarvest and MedHarvest and Tech Harvest and Defense Harvest and Security Harvest. We have all the harvests. So I think it could proliferate, in industries like pharma, where I got started, and cancer immunology, have been collaborating, and products, blockbuster drugs today often are layers of technologies that have come from different universities and laboratories. So I think they're very accustomed to this. I think any type of innovation that's going to really require efficiency, right, in our global community is going to benefit from different open innovation mechanisms. We're an open innovation type of mechanism. We always point out to the members that we're the nonprofit, they're the profit. Even if they're a federal lab, they have objectives they need to meet for their laboratory and commercialization. And so on our platform, it cuts across all industries where we're a mechanism for open innovation and to help them meet their objectives.